Welcome back, chat. We're back with another live stream, guys. Hey, I'm super excited. What we expected to happen in the Club World Cup happened. We expected Real Madrid to go through. Real Madrid went through. We expected
Mm.
PSG to beat Bayern, but not in
I
the
didn't,
way
ex-
in which
I
the
didn't,
game
ex-
went.
I didn't expect that.
Someone
No
deep
one
down inside
expect.
your heart, you kind of suspected that PSG was going to beat Bayern.
PSG are the
PSG, they won the
champions of
champions.
Europe.
Of course, they're the
Yeah,
best team in the world
so
right now. You're going
yeah,
against a Bayern that has
yeah,
a new coach, company. We talked about how company might not be as tactically sound as Luis
that's the
Enrique, and we
that's
saw
the
that
only issue.
happen. We saw
That's
that
the issue,
happen. I
right?
I
That's
personally
the
thought PSG were going to go through, and PSG did go through. So I'm not surprised by the outcome. I'm not surprised by the outcome.
I'm surprised because of they had a red card. That
Yeah.
was an opportunity to at least change the way you are playing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just leave two people at the back. At least three people at the back. You have one. You are less one man. Three people, 1, 2, 3. Then you can have the rest pushing and whatever in case there's a counter attack, right?
But
But
at the end of the day, there's nothing. Hindsight is 2020. PSG, they are moving on to the
they
semifinals.
scored you
Same
two
with
goals
Real Madrid.
with two men down.
Mm-hmm.
They scored you one goal with one man down. They scored you a second goal with two men down.
It is what it is.
It's a bad result.
Yeah, it
And
is what it is.
Anthony
Before we
Taylor.
dive into Club World Cup, let's go to transfers. I know you're passionate about Club World Cup.
God, you know, you know, you
let's talk
know.
about let's talk about transfers first. Let's talk about transfers first. So Manchester
Okay.
United are interested in signing Christopher Nkunku for 35 million
They
pounds.
are
What do you think
thieves.
about that signing?
They are thieves.
How much Nkunku be going for?
They are thieves. Man, you are thieves. Red Devils, thieves. That's what they are. 35 million.
Yeah, that's 5 million
25.
pounds.
Congrats, AB. Enemies.
Congratulations.
Our enemies are not laughing at us today. They know themselves. Anyways, be drinking your tea. No champagne for you today. For the rest of this
Okay.
club World Cup, no champagne for you. My enemies
So
will not
now,
drink
wait,
champagne
now,
over me.
now you don't have any excuse not to get to the final because
This
you since
we
you
will
beat
talk about
Palmeiras,
this.
you should be
We will
beating
talk about
Udinese.
Club World Cup, and I'll give you some excuses. Let's move on,
Okay,
please.
let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah.
So United are interested in signing Christopher Nkunku for 35 million pounds,
Yeah.
and Garnacho could move in the opposite direction, but it is unlikely that it will be a direct swap. So it's looking more like Chelsea will sign Garnacho, and then Nkunku will be signed by United, but it's not like a direct swap.
Who is the journalist that's writing this?
This is coming from the Mirror. The Mirror.
That's credible. Damn.
Yeah. What do you think about that move? Good, bad? What
Nah,
do you
it's
think?
ugly. It's an ugly move.
It's an
To
ugly
be
move.
honest. No, 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 no. It's
So,
ugly. It's
so
ugly.
ugly in what sense? Nkunku should not be going for 35 million pounds, or ugly in the
That's too
sense of
cheap.
you guys should
That's
not be
too
buying
cheap.
Garnacho.
Except they will give us Nkunku for 35 and they will plus Ganacho.
Mm-hmm. I don't
Ganacho
know.
plus 35.
I don't know. If,
Then
I
they
don't
take
know if
Nkunku.
I don't know if this news Chelsea fans will like this news that I'm about to drop.
I know. We already know the news.
You know the
Say
news?
it.
What is it?
Say it. Say
What is it? What is it?
it. Madreke has agreed personal terms.
Oh, that
Is
was
that
not
what
even the
yours?
news. That was not even the news.
Okay. There was
Chelsea
the
are
news.
considering loaning out Estavo due to the competition for minutes in attack. Bayer Leverkusen are pushing to get a deal over the line.
We knew this would happen. We knew.
I
Where are they
told
going to put
you. You signed
Estavo?
João Pedro. You signed this. You signed that. Now, what's his name? Estavo can't even get minutes. He can't get
And
minutes.
they want to sign Kudus. They want to sign Ganacho. How many people do these people want to sign?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, move on.
I don't know. At the end of the day, it might be the best thing for Estavo, given like the competition, because
Yes,
I don't see
yes.
Estavo really starting over
But
Pedro next.
I feel he
And
should
that
play in a
English could
prem.
be the English
I
could be a problem, right?
Yes, and you saw when Kopama spoke to him.
He couldn't
Apparently, he
understand
did not
English.
understand any single thing, right? That's what Kopama said. But I
Yeah.
don't know if let's see what happens because he's somebody that I feel like if he plays, he's capable of benching someone.
Mm-hmm.
I
You think
think it's
it's
fake news. I
you
think
think
so
so?
because
You think it's fake
I
news?
think so. Yeah, yeah, I think so. You know why I think it's fake news?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like Chelsea will give him 6 months
Mm-hmm.
to see how he does. Learn
Mm-hmm.
English is better is even at the club. He learns English, he acclimatized to England, he's pushed
Mm-hmm.
through, he has a community, he has
Mm-hmm.
somebody that will take care of him personally
Yep. Yep.
while
Yep.
he does all those acclimatizing, right?
Yeah.
Before you now say he's going off to somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's what I think.
The
I think it's a smoke screen.
a smoke screen for what? Did you miss what he
Oh,
did to Cucurella last night?
he cooked Cucurella. Let's be honest. Cucurella was done. He was done. Done and
He couldn't
dusted.
keep he couldn't keep up.
Cucurella was put in the bin yesterday.
Estavo will be unreal, man, to come to Chelsea. I think he will be great for your attack. But the competition for me is that's up to the coach, right? It's up to how the coach reads into things. And if
Yeah.
if the club has a talent like this, you don't want to just keep him on the bench. You want to give him minutes.
No,
So
at least
if they feel
30
like
minutes every game, 30 minutes. Every game, 30 minutes.
yeah,
30
if
minutes
they feel
each
like
game.
he's not ready and they
Yeah.
want to send him
Yeah.
on loan, then it is what it is, right? He has already signed for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bayern Munich actually have been thinking of a move for Cody Gakpo, but they are seeing it as one that could be extremely difficult because they
Mm,
feel like signing Cody Gakpo to Bayern Munich, they don't see it as an upgrade to the wingers that they have. So it's
no.
almost like they feel like Cody Gakpo is not good enough for them.
The Jets, man. That's bad.
Why don't you discuss minutes
Anyways,
with Man City and Liverpool? Like, oh, you mean in terms of players, like players not having minutes?
help me ask. Do you get what I'm saying? It must be us that people start discussing minutes.
No, but
I
I'm
think
not.
it's
It's
this.
not about me. It's about the news that are coming to me. I'm just reading the news that's coming to me. But I understand. I understand. Like even those teams, like for example, Liverpool. You think about signing Keke, signing Frimpong. There are concerns that players like Conor Bradley, players like
Yeah.
Simikas, even Andy Robertson.
Yeah.
We don't even know what Andy Robertson will do going into next
Yeah.
season. But are seeing like
Yeah.
those players will also struggle to get minutes. So you're right. Yeah, it cuts across all these big teams: Liverpool, Man City, same thing.
Everyone.
We spoke
Everyone.
about Nico Gonzalez yesterday, how he
Saying he
plans
wants
to
to
leave
leave.
City because he's not getting
Yeah.
minutes. So I
Yeah.
think that's just what's going to happen with
That's the
some of
nature
these
of
big
the
clubs.
beast.
It's
The
just the
nature
nature
of
of
the
it.
beast,
Everybody
right?
wants to play
The
for the
nature of the
big
beast.
guy. Everybody knows that it's going
Yeah.
to be competitive to start, but people still want to give it a try. So they
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
discuss player minutes when it
But
comes to City or
comes to
Liverpool. Yeah,
Liverpool. Yeah, true. True.
yeah.
But you heard the big one today,
What's the big
right?
one?
Madueke agreed personal terms with
Yeah,
Arsenal,
Madueke said yes to
right?
Arsenal. Yep.
He agreed personal terms, but the issue now is that
Yeah.
hmm, the major issue is Mad, apparently they asked
Mm-hmm.
Maresca about Madueke, and he said, "Oh, he's
Mm-hmm.
happy with what Madueke is doing,
Yeah.
but if somebody is unhappy
Yeah.
being here, he doesn't want people that are unhappy being here."
Okay.
So you are reading the signs there. Like
Yeah.
maybe they've had that discussion. Madueke is unhappy being at Chelsea.
And he
Maybe
wants to go
because he's
somewhere else to
he's
get
he's
minutes.
threatening because Chelsea are signing more people
Yeah.
and
That you yeah, yeah.
better people. I saw what Joao Pedro was doing. I said, "Oh my
But
God,
with the talks of Martinelli going to Al Nassr, I feel like
is that is
Madueke
that are they really
that's the
pushing?"
news they've been reporting, right? Journalists have been pushing that out
Okay,
there that Martinelli
yeah,
most likely will go to Al Nassr. So with talks of
yeah.
Martinelli going to Al Nassr, it makes a lot of sense for him to say yes to Arsenal because Madueke will come into that Arsenal team, and I feel like he will lock in that left wing. Or what do you think?
Uh
Are you putting Trossard ahead of Madueke? Because if they're signing Madueke, I feel like he's not just a Saka deputy, right? It's something that
he
he
can
might
play
start.
on the left too. He can play on the left,
Yeah,
right? And I think when he came on, obviously was trying to show his new owners. There was a kind of swag. It looked like he signed the agreed personal terms the way he was
trying
playing,
to
like
show them
trying
what to
to show
expect.
off what I can do. Oh, swag, because he knows Arsenal fans are not happy with that deal.
Yeah.
Trying to do you get but the big one is that it's not just agreeing personal terms. Immediately agreed
Mm-hmm.
that personal terms. Chelsea inquired about Nathan Waneri
Mm-hmm.
that if Arsenal are not able to give him a contract or minutes, they're interested in signing him. Arsenal fans have been angry
Because
all day.
Waneri is a prodigy.
Angry. I don't know
Waneri is
why
a
they are
talent.
angry.
Waneri
They
is a
are
talent.
angry. They are Kingsley. They are angry that we are not the one that gave them Madwiki. They are the ones that.
I will be angry as well because he's
Why
a
are they
talent.
angry with us?
I will take
They should
him
be
over.
angry at their board.
I will take him over Madueke. I'll take
Madwiki.
Waneri over
Yes.
Madueke
So, but the
because
thing
he's
is that they
younger.
are.
He has more time to grow, get better. So why will you want? Why will you not want to
So,
keep him?
so now the question now is that is it
Mhm.
criminal from Chelsea that deal, or what would you say about the deal?
Man, I think it's up to Arsenal. Arsenal have always been going for these Chelsea rejects, Chelsea scraps. You can't really blame Chelsea for doing a deal. It's just like how Chelsea will go to Brighton and pick the fresh new thing. Arsenal will come to Chelsea and pick the old scraps. It's just the nature of the business. So it's up to Arsenal to then decide, you know what, if we're going to buy players, we don't want to buy players from this side. We want to buy
Exactly.
players from another side.
SSB, AB, exactly. Noni doesn't want to compete. He's not serious,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I've mentioned this thing about Noni, where I tell you that,
Mm-hmm.
especially the game we lost against Flamingo, you
Yeah.
see him, you lose the ball, then you start to check the cameras, whether the cameras are looking at you, then you're doing your hair, bros. If we're not doing modeling, it's football we are doing. If you want to model, you're in the wrong.
We're back here again,
No,
attacking the
no, but
man
I don't.
for having a
I don't.
social personality.
No,
Attacking the
not on
man
the pitch.
for
No,
wanting
in
to
the
have
pitch. No,
a social
Kingsley.
media
No, no,
personality.
not on the pitch where we are trying to win a game. But apart from that, right?
Mhm.
SSB is saying Arsenal fans are saying Salah and KDB were flops, are Chelsea flops. We don't take Madueke as a flop.
But
We don't.
Kai Havertz was a Chelsea flop.
He was exactly. In fact, if you
Mhm.
ask me who has benefited us more, Kai Havertz, and he gave us the Champions League. Let me not say that.
Mhm.
Do you get? But I remove, apart from that Champions League goal that Kai Havertz did.
Yeah.
That's the only, that goal cost us almost 60 something million.
Mhm.
It's exactly that headscarf increased the price by 5 million. Exactly. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
apart from that Champions League goal, what
Mhm.
else did Kai Havertz do at Chelsea? I don't know.
That's for you to answer. That's for you to
I don't
answer.
know. No, I'm answering it. I don't know. It's a rhetorical question. And you
Mhm.
talk about Madueke. I like Madueke
Mhm.
because I feel he's 23
Yeah.
and he's improving every day. He's improving every day. And to be honest with you, if you ask me, I prefer him to Martinelli 100%.
And so
Because
that's what I'm saying. Now it goes back to like
yes,
them
yes,
wanting Madueke over
someone better.
Martinelli
He's
and
better than
Martinelli
Martinelli because,
potentially going to Saudi.
yeah, so he's better than Martinelli. But the issue I have is that we as Chelsea fans, we don't see that output.
Okay.
We don't. Do you
Mhm.
get? And if Chelsea are looking at Ethan Waneri,
Mhm.
you are the one that came, you are dying for Madueke. Fine, you can take him. We've signed, like, we keep signing backup because we know.
Mhm.
Do you get? Jackson didn't play. Jackson too is on that sale list. I'm telling you the fact. He's on the sale list. They
But
are
I
not
don't
saying
think Jackson
anything.
will be sold anytime soon, though. I
Why
don't
do
think
you
it will be
say?
sold. I don't know. I
Kingsley.
just
I'm
in terms
saying
of the amount of games you guys have and the need for squad depth,
okay.
I just
Okay,
feel like
true.
the owners
You
might
are
not
right.
consider selling Jackson now. They might not consider maybe
But
next summer
but
he might come into question depending on performance in the next season.
they've put it out there that Jackson is not for sale,
Yeah.
but they can have a discussion if the amount is good.
Yeah, but which club is coming for Jackson right now? Which club? We've
Okay,
not heard
you're
any
actually
interest
the
from any
club
club
is true.
talking about
Yeah.
Jackson. Kai Havertz went on the run when he scored for 5 or 6 games, and he scored that beautiful header against Liverpool away. Yeah, Kai Havertz actually, he actually was not doing too bad when he went to Arsenal too as
Maybe
well. So
after that run, what else did he do for Arsenal?
it wasn't too bad.
You
It
see,
wasn't too bad.
Kai
I
Havertz
felt
is
like when
Kai
he picked up
Havertz.
the pace, it wasn't too
Okay,
bad.
let me ask you this question. I'll ask everybody
Mhm.
this question. Do you feel Kai Havertz has improved over when he left from Chelsea to Arsenal? If you
I
ask
would
me, I
say
will
I
say
would
no.
say I would say maybe
He's still
confidence.
he's
Maybe he got a bit of his confidence.
Confidence.
Yeah, maybe he
What
got
did
a
that
bit of his confidence.
okay, what did that
Yeah,
translate into?
him having a run of scoring. You know.
Let me tell you the only thing he got. He only got a bit mature, which all players do. He didn't get better.
Okay.
He did not get better. He
Mm.
only got matured. And with maturity, you do things differently. Yes or no? Yes, you do things differently,
No,
even
no.
if his skill level has not improved. Do you get? He said,
You know that
maybe
was his highlight for Chelsea. I mean, not Arsenal.
Jackson is not
Oh, that was
getting
his
level.
highlight for
Yes,
Chelsea. Actually, he was talking
he,
about Chelsea. Kai Havertz at
oh,
Chelsea,
Chelsea.
not
I
Arsenal.
can't. I can't even remember it because I've never been impressed with the
You
young
just
man.
don't like Kai
Young
Havertz,
man.
and that's just you're just hating on him. You
And
just don't like Kai
anyways,
Havertz.
that's what you will
Let's
see.
let's
But
move on. Let's move on. Arsenal are ready to improve their offer for Sporting Lisbon striker Victor Gyökeres. They are still expected to fall around 10 million pounds short of the asking price. I don't know why they don't want to put in so much money towards Gyökeres and
you,
just sign
Kingsley,
him and move on.
the only thing I will say.
Yeah,
If they are lacking funds, they should come and finish the deal for Madueke.
and
55 million. 55 million plus 5 million add-on. They should take
yeah.
Madueke.
Mhm.
Then if they don't want to sign a striker, that's their business. They are not a
I don't know.
serious
It's
club.
just it just feels like
They are
I
not.
feel like signing
You need a
Gyökeres should be
striker.
more of a priority than
Yes.
signing
Then
Madueke, because at the end of the
exactly.
day, even if Martinelli leaves, you still have Trossard, you still have
The
Waneri.
question the
It's not
question
wingers are
another
not that much of an issue to sign right now. I feel.
strikers are in short demand. And the
Hmm.
funny thing, the problem now is that the major issue that okay, if they end up not signing a striker,
Hmm.
Madueke cannot give them 25 goals.
Absolutely not. It depends
And
though.
I
If he improves, maybe. You can't really
and
say. You can't really
you
speak
know
on it.
the
If
you
he
know the
improves,
you know
maybe.
the you, okay, he improves.
Yeah.
I think the thing in Arteta's mind is a magician. He wants to
Hmm.
make Madueke like Salah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the compare. I think that's the comparison.
Hmm.
Oh, we can make this guy become as like Salah, who I
Hmm.
think is a good. Just as he thought of Kai Havertz, I
Yeah.
can do the impossible with Kai Havertz. Come in and
Mm.
make him 25 goals. That's brother.
Back to chat. AB is right. Joao Pedro reminds me of Ibra. You
He's
really think
good.
so?
He's good. Kingsley, soft touch. I was angry throughout that game, but immediately Joao Pedro came in, my anger reduced.
It was a good vibe. Yeah.
Ah,
It was a
I
good
was
vibe.
just like, oh, this guy is good. This guy will cook. Imagine Caicedo being in that midfield and Joao
Hmm.
Pedro and being in front.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it was
he's
a
going
good
to
win. It
cook.
was a good win. You guys won.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah.
good win from you guys, as I expected, though. As I expected. But we all heard the news. Kyle Walker is going to Burnley. Is it Burnley? I think it's
Yes,
Burnley, right?
yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kyle Walker
Burnley
is going to
yesterday.
Burnley.
Man,
Man,
what
it's
do you think
funny.
of that deal? Ah, the man,
Well,
he's chopped
okay, if
enough
you're if
money.
you're if you're Kyle Walker and you're offered
Mm,
two options, be
mm-hmm,
in a club outside of the Prem, like AC
mm-hmm,
Milan, Inter Milan, or come to the
mm-hmm,
Prem and play for a club that is somewhat relegation, like a
mm,
relegation team, what will you
mm.
choose?
The first question I will ask you
Must
is
you
how
be
old
in
is
the
Kai?
league?
The first question is how old is Skywalker?
Kyle Walker is like what, 35?
Yes, 34,
Mm.
35. The brother is man. If he if he
Yeah,
if he's
I,
if
I
he's
think so.
homesick,
SSV is right.
yes,
He's trying to get
yes,
back into
get
England.
into
Yeah,
England's squad. If he's
yeah.
homesick or he's trying to get back to England's squad, yes, fine.
Mhm.
Burnley, ah, what's the Arsenal fans in the chat?
Waneri
Nice.
don't
No, no,
know
no,
where.
no. It's no. The thing is, if
Mhm.
Chelsea inquires about Waneri, they're not
Mhm.
able to guarantee. The thing is about, I think, guaranteeing him minutes.
Mhm.
We saw the same thing with Nico's camp asking
Yeah.
Barcelona, can
Yeah.
you guarantee us signing like
Registration. Yeah.
registration? They could not do that, and he took a different
You
direction.
guys
The
cannot
same thing
guarantee Etawaneri minutes though. You can't guarantee him
currently.
minutes. You
You
currently
think
know.
so?
We are just reading the news, whether fake or not, that you can't guarantee Estavo minutes. You bring in
Why can't we?
Etawaneri and you can give him
Why
minutes. How?
why can't we guarantee him
That's
minutes?
what we're reading. We're reading reports that Estavo might go on loan. And now you're
Mm-hmm.
saying you want to bring in Waneri for what? Like you guys cannot guarantee him minutes. I
But
don't
he will
think so.
stand more. He will stand more chance of playing at Chelsea than at Arsenal. Yes,
Ah,
because currently, no. Why I say that is because Chelsea, we are not chasing the league. Not next year. And any Chelsea fan in this chat will say the same thing. We're not chasing the league next year. We're not chasing the league in next 2 years. The next 2 years is all about improving the squad
if there's
and
a
making
trophy that
money.
you guys are going to win next season, what trophy is that? You guys are not in the Champions League.
Maybe
You
if
guys, I consider
maybe
you guys to be title contenders going into next season. There is
why are you
no
Kingsley? Why are you
excuse why Chelsea should not be title contenders going into next
why,
season. And
Kingsley?
AB
Since
to
last
agree to this
season,
too.
since,
Last season, we can
since
give you
last
guys a
season,
chance because it was a
no, no,
transition
no.
season for you guys. New coach,
But you've been
couple new players, but no.
but Kingsley, I still bring up the same excuse I gave you, and
What?
I'll still bring it up again.
Mm-hmm.
Our own coach said we're not title contenders
Last season,
last season. Why?
yes.
First of all, he's talking about the players are too young. They are
Mm-hmm.
just going to be 1 year older, Kingsley.
Mm-hmm.
1 year older than what they were.
Yeah.
My coach is still getting experience. As far as I'm concerned, he's not very experienced. He's not at that level. Do you get what I'm saying? We might try, but I don't think we are. We're not title
Mm.
contenders. Do you get what I'm saying? Um, Saidu is saying Waneri is relax, Chelsea fan. Um,
Oh, his
okay, okay,
boyhood
okay,
friend
okay.
actually paying down his contract. Okay, but I just
Okay.
feel like we can send Waneri to Strasbourg, the youngest in Europe, and that will help him
Yes, and
mature.
you get
And he get all the
minutes.
minutes he requires.
Yes,
So you
thank you,
guys want to
AB.
buy
We
him
can.
just
No, no,
we
no.
want to buy
So
him just to send him on loan.
no, no, no. You should understand this thing the way we way our
You
club
guys are
works now.
funny, man.
Our
Yeah.
Kingsley, our club is a shipping line.
To what?
Do
Sign
you
new
get?
players and ship them
No,
on
no, no,
loan?
no, no, no. We take you on. We have a program and a strategy.
Mm-hmm.
If we see we cannot give you minutes in this main team, what
Yeah.
we do is some players we give you 6 months to get to know the culture of Chelsea first in and England. After that 6 months, you go to Strasbourg. And in
Mm-hmm.
Strasbourg, you will get enough minutes.
Mm.
You will get enough experience. Do you get what I'm saying? You will
Exactly.
get
I agree with
you
SSB.
you
Arsenal
will get
drags
enough.
transfers. Waneri is going nowhere, in my opinion. I think so. I don't think Waneri is going anywhere.
I
I think
think we
it's just
should
a
just
waste of
watch out.
time.
We should watch out and see.
There's nothing to watch out and see here. Number one,
Why?
you guys cannot guarantee him minutes. Number
We
two,
can. We can.
Arsenal will not let Waneri go. They'll find a way to
In
keep him.
terms in
It's
terms of
just like Arsenal.
development.
This
In
guy has
terms
been
of
rumored. This
development.
guy has been rumored, and there's a lot of hype around him that he's a young
Yeah.
prodigy. Why will you
Yeah.
let a young prodigy go leave your club? It makes no sense.
Kingsley, let me ask you this
Exactly.
question.
He's on
Did
holiday.
you
When he returns, you will sign the thing. Yeah.
Kingsley, let me tell you
Of
something.
course, I have to kill his hopes. Of course.
I don't know.
Because your hopes are too high. You want Arsenal to
No, no,
let
no.
it's just
It's
like saying,
possible.
okay,
What I'm saying is don't rule it out. It's possible.
I know Waneri and Lamine Yamal are not on the same level. But it's just like saying Barcelona is letting Lamine Yamal go to another club.
But Barcelona gave Yami Yamal. Okay, the question I asked, I asked.
Arsenal are just slow. It doesn't mean they won't give Waneri a contract. They would.
Okay, but
They will lock him down. They just locked Miles Lewis Skelly down.
ra-
So they will lock him down.
rather than sign Madueke, why don't you guarantee Waneri minutes?
No, because Martinelli needs to go. You get what I'm saying? Waneri is
Okay,
supposed to be a Saka deputy, in
yeah.
my
So
opinion.
if Martinelli goes, why
Mhm.
don't you guarantee him minutes? You should be able to do that.
No, if Martinelli goes, you want to bring in
Yeah.
Madueke. Madueke,
Again.
Ethan Waneri is still raw. We only compare Waneri to Madueke. Madueke has more experience than Waneri. He's older too. So Ethan Waneri needs time. He's still young. He's still raw. You want to still be trying him out as a
Mm,
Saka deputy, right? And then
mhm.
you have Madueke coming in on that left wing. Martinelli going to
Yeah.
Al Nassr. And then
Mm.
for Trossard can rotate, right? Trossard has always been that squad player that can either play false nine or play as a
Repulse
10
time. Yeah, yeah,
or even play
yeah.
on the wings. So
On the left.
I just feel like this whole Waneri deal is slow, but they should sort it out soon. They should sort it out soon.
But what if it happens?
Then Arsenal, they made a big mistake. If it happens, they fumble the bag to let Ethan Waneri
Good,
leave and go to
good,
Chelsea. They fumble the
good.
bag. So Chelsea will have almost two budding, promising talents as wingers. Unless Rodrigo, exactly, unless Rodrigo comes. Unless
Exactly. So that's
Rodrigo
what I'm
comes.
saying. When
Unless
Rodrigo
Rodrigo comes.
comes, how do you guarantee him minutes?
If
You sign
Rodrigo,
okay,
wait, it doesn't make any
okay.
sense to me why
They
Madueke.
are
Then this
also going
Rodrigo
for
deal might not be real.
they are also going for Eze. You know that, right?
I know they're going for easy, yeah.
So how
Just
are
tell
they
me.
going to guarantee Waneri minutes?
Unless Eze is
They
going
are
to
going
play in a different fashion. Unless Eze will play like as a 10 or something.
as a
Because
10.
I
Okay.
don't know how else Eze will play on that team if you still want to sign Noni. Unless Noni will not get minutes. Because we know Saka will start.
So
I don't
okay,
know
I'll ask you
who
this.
will start on the left wing.
You think Noni will sign
Mhm.
for us now and he's not guaranteed some minutes or playing time?
Then if he's guaranteed minutes, Noni is not benching Saka. That means Noni will be on the left wing. Noni cannot bench Saka. He cannot
SSB,
bench Saka. It makes no sense to me.
what
There was
I'm
reports on
saying
Twitter saying Rodrigo wants Arsenal. How can Chelsea guarantee 1 minutes as well? Chelsea cannot guarantee 1
what
minutes.
I'm saying is that we have a development plan for Waneri, much more better than what Arsenal would give him. Do you get what I'm saying? We have Strasbourg there. They are part of our feeder club,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we would guarantee him minutes. He will play one full season
Eze
playing
is
proper
27 years. Ethan
yeah,
is going to learn the position of both Odegaard and Eze.
Odegaard and Eze.
Exactly.
True.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
so. I think what Waneri needs to still learn, right? He needs to still grow. He needs to still
How
learn.
old is he? 18.
I think it's like he just turned 18, right?
I
He's
think
still young.
he should go out on loan. That's
He's
what he
still
needs
young.
actually.
Or maybe send
He
him on
should
loan,
go out
sure.
on
But
loan.
I
Yeah.
think he's still young. Historically, Arsenal has been better at player development than Chelsea. What do you have to say to that?
They've been better at player development, but we've been producing better players.
What is still confusing to me when it comes to Chelsea is this next news. Chelsea are interested in Mohamed Kudus, right? That's the Mohamed Kudus. But
Why
it's crazy to
instinct?
me. It's crazy to me that you guys want to sign Kudus. Because at this point, we're still talking about how you cannot even guarantee players' minutes.
How do we guarantee Kudus minutes? We are going to guarantee Kudus minutes because we are selling Nkunku off. Nkunku is
To Man
leaving.
U.
Yes, we don't know where he's leaving to, but Nkunku is leaving the club.
Okay.
Right? If Nkunku leaves,
So he
then you
comes in
have
as a 10.
as a 10, him and Palmer, or even goes.
Okay,
It depends on my manager.
let me now ask you this question. Do you know how much you
Yeah,
guys want to? Do you know how much West Ham is asking for Kudus?
70 million.
They are asking 85 million pounds for Kudus. So you
They are
sign an
dreaming.
85 million
They are
pound player
dreaming.
just to make him
They
like
are
a
dreaming.
next Nkunku.
They are
You want to make
dreaming.
him the next
If they are
Nkunku?
they are
Nah.
not getting they are not getting they
That's
are
how
not
much they
getting
want. They want
85.
a deal. They want a deal close to 85 million pounds.
They are
So
not
if you're
getting
signing Kudus,
85.
if you're signing Kudus for 85 million pounds, you have to guarantee Kudus minutes. That means
But
Kudus
since
is coming in
what I'm telling
starting for
you,
Chelsea.
what I'm telling you is that Chelsea Football Club are not signing Kudus for 85 million. I'm sure of that. Do you get the reason West Ham are jacking up this price is because they see Tottenham is interested, Chelsea is
Mhm,
interested. It's a bidding war they want to start.
mhm,
And once they know we're involved, they want to do that bidding war.
mhm.
Do you get? Would
So
simply
that price
who's
expires on the 10th of this month.
who's you say what?
Kudus is
Oh,
going to
the price.
Tottenham. He already said yes as per David. Okay, that makes sense then. Then I guess Kudus will go to Tottenham, which I already said that Kudus going to Tottenham makes a lot more sense than Chelsea.
He should go there
I told you
because
makes a lot more.
he'll play
He
on
will
the
get
left.
more. You get minutes. He will
He'll
get
play
minutes
like
going
the
there.
sun row. Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is. Anyways,
SSB is saying, I like this comment. He's saying Chelsea has no plan. That's what I'm getting from this. We've never had plan. I'll be honest, this club has even with the fans, we don't know the plan. You can ask AB in the chat. The only thing these my new owners
no,
are
AB,
after is
AB
money.
knows the financial, the financial side of Chelsea very well. Tottenham bid 50 million for him today, but that will get rejected though. That will
That's
get
rejected.
rejected. West
Yeah,
Ham will
yeah,
reject that bid. That's too
yeah,
small
yeah.
for Kudus.
Because they
50
already
million
rejected 50
pounds.
from us. They
Yeah,
already rejected
they'll
50 from
reject
us,
it.
right?
They'll reject it. Yeah. Are
So
you ready for the big one? Real
well,
Madrid are ready in a bid close to 100 million euros for Paris Saint-Germain midfielder Vitinha.
is why. Why? Why is Los Blancos doing this to us? Why? And those that's the engine room of PSG. Why are these people like this? They should leave PSG alone now.
Do you
They're
know what is
taking
shocking to me?
Mbappe.
Do you know what is shocking to
What?
me? That Madrid can
Yeah,
actually bring out 100 million euros for
money.
the player
They have
after signing
money.
all these superstars on the
Free.
free. Wow,
It's good.
Madrid.
In fact, if I'm PSG, I would demand at least 180 from them or 150.
It's crazy. It's
Yes.
crazy. Would
You
you
know why?
actually
You know
sell
why?
Vitinha if you're PSG? You
Why
would
would I do
actually
that?
sell Vitinha.
PSG,
I
they
won't
don't need
sell
the
Vitinha.
money. They don't need the money.
You
Do
don't
they
need
need
the
the money?
euros. That's
They don't.
crazy.
Yeah, they are not.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah,
never.
yeah,
Not to even Real Madrid, never.
yeah.
For
Luis
100
Enrique is not
million.
going to sell to Real Madrid. Nah.
And you know what they want to do? What they are trying to do? They are trying
Well,
to use the money from Rodrigo
mm-hmm,
to pay for Vitinha. No, it's not going to work.
mm-hmm.
Real Madrid is not going to work.
It's crazy to me that they want to
Do you
sign
know that?
Vitinha.
Do you
But
know that?
it comes
Kingsley,
from a before you land,
Vitinha should be. Yeah.
I was going to say like it comes from that same position where Xabi Alonso was saying that he needs a Modric and
Cruz.
Cruz replacement. That's why they're going for
Yes.
Vitinha.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They've not. Yes, it's the relationship
Yeah,
too is not good.
it's bad
And I
now.
think based on that,
Mm-hmm.
you see that money they didn't get from Mbappe, they
Mm-hmm.
will add it on this Vitinha. At
Yeah,
least they should demand
yeah.
170 million euros or
For
180 million euros.
Vitinha.
Yes,
For
yes, I'm
that's crazy.
100% sure.
For
Yes.
Vitinha.
How much are world class midfield? Not world class. How much are midfielders going for
I
now?
feel like that's a lot. I feel like that's a lot.
How
Vitinha,
much did we buy?
no, no,
How much
no.
did we buy
Vitinha,
Caicedo for?
I know. Vitinha, yes, he can be priced at 100 million,
Is Vitinha not
100
better than
plus.
Caicedo? Is it better than Caicedo?
But they play different roles. You can't compare the two of them.
Okay, true,
Caicedo
true,
is more
true.
of a holding.
Yeah,
Vitinha is more of a
yeah,
playmaker. But
yeah.
I feel like Vitinha here will go for 100 plus million euros, but not up to 180 or 170, in my opinion. I feel like that's too
No,
much for
but
him.
he's why is it too much? Is Real
That's a
Madrid
lot of
coming?
money.
They have the
A lot of
bag.
money.
You build them. You are
Yeah.
adding down Mbappe
Yeah,
tax.
AB, I remember you said
Yes,
that the
yeah.
midfield is flat. Yeah, bro, Chelsea and PSG going to the final shot. Yes, this Chelsea fan,
Edwin,
this
Edwin,
Chelsea fan,
Edwin,
you
Edwin,
have to admit
please.
that you guys have
Don't
no
jinx us.
excuse to get to the
Don't
final. If you
don't
don't beat
jinx us.
Cremonese, then
Don't jinx us.
you guys nah,
Don't
no
jinx us. We're
excuse.
humble.
You
We're
have to get to
humble.
the final. No excuse, bro. No excuse. Real Madrid is playing politics. I think they are getting rid of players. This is not a serious bid. This is to flag testing players, agents on Real Madrid. That's your players on the out.
Oh, your
Ah, I
players
see what you're
are out.
saying. All these are like mind games
Kamavinga.
at this point.
Kamavinga, probably, right?
Yeah. Kamavinga, but we've not still seen Kamavinga. What's happening to Kamavinga? Is he injured or
I think
something?
he's injured.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't
I
know
think
what
probably he's
I
injured.
don't know what the plan for Kamavinga is, but it's looking like Xabi Alonso saying, "I want a Cruz and Modric replacement." Is really serious about his midfield, and I feel
Yeah.
like players like
He skip
Kamavinga might not start. Minutes
they
are
might
not
not
guarantees
they
for
now
him.
they might not even cut it.
Even Goulier that is playing right now, I still feel like Goulier in
Not
season
up to that level.
he'll be coming from the bench. I feel like I don't know. It depends on
You
who they
think so?
sign. It depends on who they sign. It might not be a valid take. It depends on who they sign. Chelsea already has 50 million, and that's minus Champions League money. AB, what is with you and this Chelsea business, bro?
AB is part of the
Every single
finance team.
time you're always talking about Chelsea's
A,
financial position.
AB is part of the finance team. It's part of the
Um,
finance team.
After missing out on signing
Yeah.
Nico Williams, Hansi Flick is thinking about using the funds to sign another player. And there are two targets that are on his mind right now. He's thinking of signing Rashford, and he's also thinking of signing Dumfries. Who do you think should be a priority in this case, Rashford or Dumfries? Because
Dumfries.
I will go for Dumfries. I was going to say
Dumfries.
that. If I'm
They
Hansi
need
Flick,
defense.
I'm going to
They
sign
need
Dumfries.
defense. They need defense.
I'm going to
They
sign
need
Dumfries.
defense.
Yeah, you need
They need
reinforcements because
defense. Yeah,
I
their
don't know.
defense is not good.
As an Arsenal fan, I
Uh
see Chelsea to challenge for the league this season. They only need good defenders and a very good goalkeeper. Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank
Saidu. Thank you.
you.
Wait. Let me answer Saidu
You
first.
no
Yeah.
excuse.
Wait, I'll
Okay.
give him an excuse, but let me answer him.
Okay. Answer him.
Saidu, you said we needed a goalkeeper and you
Mm-hmm.
needed good defense. Now, the
Mm-hmm.
only thing my club is doing is signing forward people.
Yeah,
Yes or no?
attackers. Yeah,
and we are still going into the next season with Sanchez. So why wouldn't I
most
give you the
likely.
excuse that we are not title contenders? We are not. With Sanchez in goal, Chelsea is not a title contender. I can give you 10 more reasons why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sanchez. Yeah. He said Robert Sanchez was playing a different.
Nah, you
He
guys,
was
man.
stepping. He was
Yes,
okay. You saw the goal they scored. Estavo scored him. What
yeah,
was he doing?
yeah.
Like, are you trying to dive the brother? Catch ball
Nah,
off
Robert Sanchez is man. He's
Sanchez.
unreal. He's unreal.
So if Chelsea enters the
Yeah.
next season with Sanchez, which I think
Mm-hmm.
this board do not, is because of 3 million. They
Yeah.
walked away from the deal with AC Milan. three
Yeah.
million.
For Mike
Three.
Mannion. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So are you telling me they are serious? We're not title contenders.
But maybe they are
They
looking
say,
for the
come on.
next real thing.
But
Barca is
look,
getting Rashford. They don't have funds for anyone else. You think so? But actually, I've not even finished the statement. Another person that they are interested in is also Rafael Leao. They're also interested in Leao as well.
they should
For
forget about Rafael
70
Leao.
million euros.
Rafael Leao is not going for 70. More expensive than that. At least 90.
Leao for 70 million euros, bro. 70 million euros.
At least 90.
I don't think
Do you get what
Barcelona
I'm
are
saying?
serious. I don't think they are
They
serious.
don't have no.
Come on, Leicester won the league with Kasper Schmeichel.
Schmeichel was good. Schmeichel is better than Sanchez.
Leao is
Yes
going
or
to
no?
demand big money.
Yeah.
I think so. I think so.
Kingsley,
I
Kingsley,
think
what do you
so.
think?
About what Leao going to demand big money or what comments?
No. Kasper Schmeichel, when Leicester won
I think so.
the league,
I
he
think
was
so.
good.
It was good. It was good. But
Yeah.
my own concern is if you guys are going to sign a keeper, which keeper? Which team right now will be
All
willing to
black.
sell you their keeper?
All
For how
black is what
much?
we.
For how much money?
All black.
How
If
much?
it's 50 million paid, all black. He will give us 3 years at
I don't
least.
even think you see Arsenal, they went to sign Kepa, Ariza Balaga.
You see, that's the only red flag I have for us. I pray
You
Raya does
saw
not have
wait.
injury.
Chelsea, you saw that Kelleher might leave Liverpool. You could
We
have
didn't
signed
buy.
Kelleher.
They are not serious. It's what I'm
Kelleher is
telling you.
way better than Robert
Better.
Sanchez. But
We did
Brentford
that.
signed
Are we?
Kelleher.
Imagine. And
Anyway,
Brentford's keeper, I think Brentford's keeper left, right?
he-
He left to.
did he? Did he? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he left.
AB is saying that Kasper Schmeichel and Sanchez are the same level. No, not at all. No,
But
not at
Sanchez, I don't
all.
still get the problem with Sanchez. It's like sometimes he has good moments, sometimes he just has really poor moments. I think
That's
it
what
just comes down to his decision
the
making in some scenarios.
yes, the
I think some
mental is the
scenarios he just maybe
mental.
overthinks
Yeah,
and he just loses his confidence or just
he's a
last
good
minute.
keeper.
Yeah,
He's a
I feel
good
like
keeper.
if he can just
Yeah,
fix that little bit, I think he might not be too bad.
Kingsley at
Liverpool
this
will
point.
sell to Arsenal. No, but which
No, it's to
Liverpool? No,
Chelsea. It's to
it's to
Chelsea.
Chelsea. It's to Chelsea. I mean, like Kelleher to Chelsea. I feel like Kelleher could have come in for you guys and it have been good for you guys.
Better.
I feel like
Better.
Kelleher has what it takes to be a very good first keeper. He's very fast.
Yeah.
His one on one is not too
He's
bad.
a good. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
he's
one on one,
good.
he's good. He's
Yeah,
really
he's not.
good.
Yeah, he's not bad one on one. You know,
He's good.
but
Not bad.
depends. Anyways, Cristiano Ronaldo asked Al Nassr to sign Real Madrid forward Rodrigo. I don't know how
Brother
true
should
this is,
sit
but this is
down.
coming
Should
from
sit
Sky.
down.
This apparently is coming from Sky Sports that
Mm.
Cristiano asked Al Nassr to sign Rodrigo. But Rodrigo will prefer a move to the Premier League, where Arsenal is at the top of his list of clubs that he wants to go to. So, okay, let's talk about it. Rodrigo comes to Arsenal.
Yeah.
Madueke comes to Arsenal. How are you
Mhm.
setting up Arsenal with Rodrigo, Madueke, Saka, Waneri, Trossard, Kai Havertz, Gyökeres,
Eh,
Eberechi Eze, Odegaard?
I think that's a good squad to win the league. That's a good with a striker. That's a
Oh my
Seidu.
days!
That's not Seidu. That's no excuse. You guys need to win the league. With
Exactly.
what he just mentioned now,
I agree. I
yes,
agree. Sanchez is a good keeper,
yeah,
but yeah,
concentration.
he
I
just
think
that's what
so.
I'm telling you. He just loses himself in some
Yeah,
few moments.
sometimes.
Just like his mind is just
Yeah,
like far. He just loses himself. Sanchez is not used to playing at a high level, and Maresca tactics is complex. That could also be a thing too. He might be struggling to get up to speed. with some of the things that are required of him. So maybe that's the problem. But yeah, let's go back to my question. How are you setting up this Arsenal team? Do you want me to call the players again? How are you setting up this
Yeah, you've
Arsenal
called
team?
it.
Yeah. So
Rodrigo on the left,
starting.
Saka
Okay.
on the right,
Okay.
Odegaard through the middle.
Okay.
And
As a 10.
probably you have, yes, I don't know if they are going to get a striker. Maybe
Gyökeres,
Gyökeres in front.
Gyökeres, yeah, okay.
And Gyökeres in front.
What happens to
That's it.
Eberichi Eze?
They all stay on the bench now. Are
The
you?
rest of them don't start. Eze
Yes,
doesn't
yes.
start.
Where is he starting?
Madueke
The
doesn't
only
start.
but the thing is that Odegaard lost form last season.
Mhm.
So
Won't you start Eze over Odegaard?
if if Odegaard's form drops, then you
Mhm.
start Eze. Ah yes,
So
that's
maybe Sanchez
another
needs
good keeper.
therapy. Sanchez, Chelsea should go for FC Porto. Oh yeah.
He's good. He's
What's
good.
that? What's that his
We
name
mentioned.
again? I've forgotten his name.
I
We
think
mentioned him.
Man City are trying to buy
Man
him.
City are trying to sign him. Yeah, I've
Diego
forgotten his name.
Costa.
Diogo Costa.
Diego
Yeah,
Costa. Man
Diogo
City
Costa.
wants to
Yeah,
sign him.
Diogo Costa. Yeah, Diogo Costa.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
Watch Arteta
SSB say,
completely change his tactics this season. I
Omo,
know. When you have all
say
these
do
players,
you guys are you are title winners, not contenders. You
compare
should
that
win the
Arsenal,
title.
compare that Arsenal front to that of Chelsea. Which one seems more potent? Okay, let's compare
Ah,
Chelsea's front. Chelsea, you guys have Cole Palmer, Estavo, Liam Delap, Joao Pedro, Nicolas
mm,
Jackson. Madueke potentially is going to leave.
it's
So
going. Yeah.
on the left wing, who else do you have?
You have Gittins.
Gittins. Okay, Gittins was the last person I did mention. Gittins.
Mm,
That's this, right?
mm,
Pedro Neto.
mm,
Yeah, I mentioned everybody. Pedro Neto,
yeah.
Cole Palmer, Gittins,
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Joao Pedro, Liam
Mm-hmm,
Delap, Nicolas Jackson. That's
mm.
everybody. Is there anybody miss? Estavo.
It should be 8 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Who is starting?
uh
In a
Kopama starts as
4-2-3-1, who is
Kopama start
starting?
Kopama starts as the 10.
Okay. Left.
I don't know about the left. The left is not sorted out. But
But who are you putting forward?
let's say it's just me just throwing this out there. I don't
Mhm.
know how it's going to work out.
Yeah.
Let's say Estavo comes and he does better than what we saw
Mhm.
him do.
Yeah.
You put Estavo on that side,
Yeah.
and you have what's the Pedro Neto on the left hand side,
On the other side, okay.
Palmer through the middle,
Mhm.
and you have maybe Joao Pedro in front.
So Delap doesn't start. Nicolas Jackson doesn't start.
No, I
Why
don't
not?
think
Why
so.
didn't you play
Do
Jackson on
you
the
know?
left wing?
Do you
Why don't you
do
do
you know? So,
Jackson, Neto, Palmer, and then Joao Pedro?
Jackson too will do it. He'll be like he'll be a menace on the left wing too. But Jackson actually, I've told you that Jackson started as a left winger.
Yeah,
That
so
was
why
his
not just
first
play
position.
Jackson on the left wing?
I don't know. My coach doesn't think that way. We are thinking for him, but he doesn't think that way.
Yeah, is it Sporting? Wait, Gittins, is it from Sporting? Gittins is not from Sporting,
No,
right?
no, no, no.
It's
It's
from...
another winger we signed
Oh,
from
you guys have
Sporting.
another winger coming from Sporting.
Yes, for the left hand side. That guy is dead
Is it the
deal.
Quenda guy? Oh no, that's not Quenda. Right? Quenda is from where? No,
I
Quenda is
think
coming
he's
in
Quen. Yeah,
2026.
he's the
Is it
one.
Quenda?
He's the
Okay.
one. Yeah, yeah,
Is it
he's the
Quenda or
one.
Quenda? Yeah, Quenda, yeah. The lap was a cheap signing. He's going on the bench.
Yes, and I
Interesting.
saw the reason why he was going to go on the bench. There's so many times
Yeah,
Kopama made that run, square played into the. I feel like he was not up to speed to
yeah.
like tapping. There are like two tappings that he could have had in
Mm.
that game, right? I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if I don't want to put Jackson in the conversation to say if Jackson
Yeah.
was there, maybe
But these
Jackson
guys are
missing the
still
same
raw,
tapping.
right? That's why you guys.
They are
That's why
raw.
you guys got
Yeah.
Joao Pedro, because you guys want at least that front guy that will start most games and still be able to give you guys as many goals as possible. Then you can have Liam Delap and Nicolas Jackson, fight for that second spot in terms of how
Mm,
you set your strikers order up, and then you can
mm,
think of different competitions when to use who, because Champions League is there. You have
mm.
FA Cup, you have
But
Carabao
you know
Cup, you
what?
have Prem,
You
so
you know what?
it's good to have
We have
options.
I think what Maresca would do from
Mhm.
his behavior is if we have games weekend and Wednesday, he's
Yeah,
going to share the team into two.
yeah,
We are going to have the Champions League team and
yeah.
the Premier League team.
Mm-hmm.
Joao Pedro will probably be in the Premier League team.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can now have Delap or Jackson. Jackson will be in the Champions League team.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think would happen.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? That's why they are trying to spread. Gittins will be in the Champions League team. Do
Mm-hmm.
you get what I'm saying? Estavo can be in the Champions League team. Do you get? The
Yeah.
midfield was dead. The
You say you
midfield
can.
was
Yeah. Thoughts on
dead,
Chelsea midfield yesterday.
dead, dead.
So
There
you
was
can
no
tell that
midfield
Dilap has never played in a team of a higher
of
level.
high level.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I can see that.
Like everything is fast. Everything he's not used to that pace yet. You
Mm-hmm.
saw when Joao Pedro came in. Not
Yeah.
like Joao Pedro has played in the high, but
Yeah.
he said that is going to be the Carabao
So
Cup.
Arsenal is going
Yes,
to sign at least 7 to 8 players. Are you sure, bro? 7
seven,
to 8 players.
7.
Do you mean in
That's
this
a
in
lot.
this window you guys will sign up
In
to
this,
7 to 8 players?
how many players has Arsenal signed?
Arsenal signed with Nogard is a here we go, right? Nogard,
Noga,
Zubimendi was this summer.
yeah, yeah.
I know they wanted to sign
Signing a
Mosquera,
defender. They are going to sign a
Mosquera from
Mosquera.
Valencia.
Yeah.
I know who else did they want to
They are going
sign?
to sign. They are going to sign
Gyökeres, Noni.
Gyökeres. A left. It should be maybe 6.
Yeah,
It's up to 6.
list the
He's
four,
right.
list the four that you guys have already. List the four
So I
because
I
I only know
have
2.
I have Nogard. I have
Mm-hmm.
Zubimendi.
Zubimendi, yeah.
Mosquera is going
Is
to
that
come.
here we go?
He's close. They are still discussing. He's going to come
Okay,
in.
okay,
Arteta loves his defenders. Remember,
okay, yeah.
he's going to sign a winger, at least one, Madueke
So
or Rodrigo,
Madrid, okay, fine.
or
That's
even
4.
both of them.
That's
For
4. Mm-hmm.
he's going to sign obviously a striker.
Gyökeres maybe
That's
5.
5. So 5 minimum, or it could go to 6 if you
Who
add
was the 6?
Madueke,
Because he said 7 8.
Madueke,
He said 7 8.
Madueke, and you
Eberechi
have
Eze.
four. Oh, and Eberechi Eze.
But that
Exactly.
takes it to 6. 6, not
That takes
7
it to
8.
7. 7. That
Yeah,
takes it to
he said
7.
Arsenal is yet to sign the player. Did he say 7? Exactly. I'm confused like the 7. Can you tell us the 7 you're talking about? Because I'm confused. I
No,
can't count up to 7.
I already
That they
mentioned
are going to
7.
sign. Like you said, they've
Yes.
already signed 4. Who are the 4 they've already signed? They've not already signed 4. Oh, I think maybe Rodrigo
It's,
takes it to 7. Okay.
yes, that's what I'm saying. Rodrigo and Eze takes it to 7. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Rodrigo, Eze,
Mm-hmm.
Madueke, Gyökeres. That's 4.
But they don't have any. They don't have 4 confirmed though.
No, but potential. That's what he's saying.
These
Like,
are all transfer rumors. We're not sure that Arsenal is going to close on all 7. Plus, Arsenal they've not
and
sold yet. The only thing is Partey's deal just ran out, and that's it. They've not sold yet.
but
So
who are they letting go of?
Martinelli to Al
Anyways,
Nassr is the only thing that has been rumored to be happening.
Kai Havertz. What of Kai Havertz? Do you think he's going?
You remember when we were talking about how you set up Arsenal's forward people? We didn't even talk about Kai
Yeah.
Havertz, where Kai Havertz will play. Because if
Bench.
Victor
You'll be on the
Gyökeres
bench.
comes, where will Kai
You'll be
Havertz
on the
play?
bench. Kingsley, I've answered it for you. Be on the bench where he deserves to be, where all Chelsea fans have wanted him to be, on the bench. He's going back there, and they should provide an air conditioner for him. He said, "We Liverpool
Yeah.
fans,
We are
have
Liverpool
been
fans. We've been around this block before. Until you see, here we go. Nothing is.
exactly nothing's confirmed."
I'm
Yeah,
telling you, bro. Nothing is confirmed. You
yeah,
can't just count
yeah.
7, 8
The
players
thing,
and say, "Yeah,
yeah.
we'll get those players, bro." I don't think so. Nothing is confirmed right now. That's how we thought
Chelsea,
Caicedo was going to happen, and it didn't happen.
Chelsea has even signed how many people now? I think we signed 3, right?
You guys have signed Gittins, Joao Pedro. You guys have signed Liam Delap.
That's 3 already.
Those are the 3 confirmed that you guys signed.
In quick successions.
Quick. Even Joao Pedro's signing
Right.
was like this. You guys did that very quick. So Arsenal are really moving too slow. Anyways, let's jump into the Club World Cup. Let's start with Chelsea. Palmeiras.
First of all, I will say this thing. Modern nature. You say how many signings does City have? City have signed.
City have signed a lot of people. They signed
like 4. They signed like 4.
They signed Reinders.
4. I think it's 4.
Ait Nuri. They signed Cherky.
Yeah.
Who else
I think
did they
it's
sign?
4.
That's 3.
Why am I thinking it's 4? It should be, I
3?
can't remember. Is it 4?
Who is it? I know.
Maybe
I know.
it's 3.
Nico Gonzalez came, but he came in January, right?
No, January.
This
I think it's
summer,
3.
I think it's just 3.
3.
Are we missing
So for
anybody? No, right? Rodrigo, Victor
oh,
G, Eze
Kepa, they signed
Nogard, Kepa.
Kepa.
Oh, yes, guys, signed Kepa, Riza
Yes,
Balaga. Yeah, I almost
we
forgot.
forgot.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
So he's right. You
Madueke
could go
and a
up to 8.
defender. We also need a left back for Skelly backup. But guy,
True.
okay, true.
Yeah,
But the Victor Gyökeres is looking possible. You guys sent a bid. We're not sure if that bid will be accepted. Let's see how that
yeah,
drama will go. Eze's zone is
yeah.
just, to me, is a rumor. I until I see it here, we go for
No, no, no,
Eze.
no, no, no. But they are discussing with Eze's agents.
It's
Fabrizio also
serious.
said that.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Eze.
Last
Rodrigo
weekend
Rodrigo
they
is not
met.
super confirmed. Rodrigo is not super confirmed
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
Gyökeres zone, I know that one might happen because Gyökeres spoke to Ateta. They've had that conversation. Ariza
Madueke
Balaga has
too,
been closed.
right?
Is it? Yeah, I feel like it is a rumor though,
No,
but you're saying it's not a rumor.
they discussed. Do you get?
Okay. We also need a
Fabrizio
left back
carried
for
that also.
Skelly. Okay. So let's see how that transfer goes for Arsenal. But you guys are moving too slow. But let's talk about Club World Cup. Chelsea Palmeiras, you guys finally won. You guys have moved into the semi-finals. You guys should be beating Fluminense.
Basically, the first thing I would say is modern nature helped us to get to these semi-finals. Because you remember on this live, SSB was on this live yesterday when we brought
Yeah.
out that lineup and
Mm-hmm.
Rhys James was in midfield.
Mm-hmm.
My coach is a coach that never learns from his mistake.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know what saved us?
Well,
Rhys James had an injury in the warm-up.
is that
Yes,
guy's
no.
leg built out of cardboard? I'm
Him and
sorry, man.
Lavia.
I don't understand.
Him and Lavia have played too many games.
It's slowly becoming a liability.
But Kingsley, him and Lavia have played too many games.
It's
Oh my
crazy.
days. They
It's
say my club is
crazy.
for 33 and has become a
Become a
charity
charity
and
and
a
a
feeder
feeder
club
club
for
for Chelsea. I feel your pain. I feel your pain. I
big
feel
up,
your
big up.
pain. Let me give you a bomb for that
Wow.
one for your tears. I feel your pain, my boy. I feel your pain. It's crazy. You deserve that one. I feel your pain. It's crazy to me that Chelsea just carry their rejects and dump it on Arsenal. And Arsenal open their wide arms and accept the rejects. I can't believe Ariza Balaga is at Arsenal right now.
We also gave them check, remember?
And yeah,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah. Okay, so
It's crazy.
Rhys James said he felt something.
Yeah.
So just as a precaution,
Mhm.
best not to use him because he's an
Yeah.
expensive asset. Him and Lavia now they're like egg that mustn't break,
James
right?
is becoming a luxury at this point. It's becoming
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think his
But
maintenance is too much. You guys might be
but
looking to sell him.
but but at the same time, we're not selling James Kingsley. Please don't do this. Don't do this.
In
Don't.
another 2 years, if he's still like this, what's the point of having him on the team? He's slowly becoming a liability for you guys. Sell
We
him.
will see. We will see. So we sell him to Liverpool, right?
I don't want James. What do I need James for?
Okay, okay, okay. Yes, yes. That's one thing. Probably his muscles and
Yeah,
but
but
I think,
mhm,
what I think is that saved us. James
mhm.
not going into that midfield.
So who steps in?
That
Santos.
Santos stepped in
Hmm.
and he had to play as a 4
Yeah.
or as a 6, right? A 4.
Hmm.
Basically, that tried to play that Caicedo role. He
Yeah.
tried,
Yeah.
but in terms of Santos, I feel like there's a language barrier. I
Mm.
don't know. I'm feeling that way because if you notice, all the players have not still. Remember at the start of the game, they traded the ball to him like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
It feels like he wasn't expecting it or he was confused. They collected the ball. Then Levi Kowe stopped giving him the ball.
Hmm.
When he kept on doing like this, they don't give him the ball. They will
Hmm.
look for Cucurella or they look for Fernandez,
Yeah.
right? Then Fernandez will now give him the ball so that he touches it a bit. Then they collect the ball back from him. But I
Yeah.
think it's just about getting him used to the
The
way we play.
pace. The pace
And
of the game. Yeah.
the way Maresca plays is a bit complex too. What he expects from
That's
you.
exactly what was said in the chat. That's a bit complex.
Yeah,
The way Maresca
yeah.
plays. See, James is probably tight muscles from heat and overworked. I like Santos yesterday. I predicted
Mm.
Chelsea will finish third above my team. You're an Arsenal fan. You think Arsenal will finish fourth?
No, I don't think so. Arsenal finish above Chelsea.
No,
Hundred
Arsenal
percent.
finish higher than that. Is
100%.
Madueke and Kai Havertz are really a reject from Chelsea? To me, Kai Havertz is a reject from Chelsea. You have to
Saidu
admit.
is a
Kai
reject
Havertz
from
is a reject
Chelsea.
from
We
Chelsea.
were tired of him.
Madueke maybe not. Do you think Madueke is a reject? I don't think so.
I
I
like
don't think so.
Madueke. He's
Mhm.
not, but it's a case of like we've had our complaints about Madueke's defending.
Mhm.
He's improved
Yeah.
in terms of defending, so it's fine. But yes, we're going to that.
It-
But the thing is, if Madueke goes, we're not going to lose tears over him.
yeah.
But Estavo, let me put this: when Estavo scored, is he meant to rejoice? I don't get it. Was he
Why
meant
not?
to rejoice?
Why
He's
not?
a Chelsea player.
He's scoring for his
Un-
guys. He's scoring for the
No,
guys he's with right now.
he's a Chelsea player that was loaned back to Palmeiras.
Yeah.
Why did he rejoice? Like he shouldn't. He almost broke Levi Cohen's leg. I'm like, bro, this is your teammates. They're going to see in how many weeks. If you break their leg, what's going to happen?
That's if Estavo doesn't go on loan. So
With what he did, he should even go on loan. Let him just go on loan for now. But what I'm saying, that our midfield,
yeah.
you clearly saw what I said. They were that we didn't have runners in there. Nkunku does not run. Fernandez does not run.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Mm-hmm.
Santos was doing his best, but Santos is just one man.
Mm-hmm.
If you had Caicedo in the midfield, is like 2 or 3 people.
Yeah.
Having Caicedo is like having 2 people in your midfield, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like once they get past Santos,
Mm-hmm.
they're in on defense. That was what was happening. Once they get past Santos,
Mm-hmm.
nobody else stops them. And the another thing that confused me about Maresca is why did you start Chaloba?
Jehovah's
Why?
son.
Why is he starting Jehovah's son? I don't get it. Yes, because you saw few times it felt like
But
Chaloba was
who should be
confused.
starting? Tosin. Let's go back to this comment. About Chelsea needing a centre back and a goalkeeper. Chelsea also start,
Yeah.
but they need a centre back and goalkeeper. Do you think you guys need a centre back? You guys need a centre back and a goalkeeper. I know goalkeeper for sure.
We need a mature centre back to play with Levi Colwell. That's what we need. Like a
Like who?
matured
Okay, who
centre
are you
back.
signing? Who are you signing?
I don't know. Like someone like 28, 29. Do you get that Thiago Silva
But you guys
status?
said
Do
you're
you
not
get what
signing anybody above 25.
26
Oh,
is the cap.
26. 26 is now the
Yeah.
cap. Okay. Oh yeah.
So that's a problem.
Yes, crazy. Let's
You
read some
see,
comments. This season, Arsenal signed Havertz. He's a top goal scorer for Chelsea, right? And even this season, both Real Madrid and Bayern Munich want him last season, but he chose Arsenal. You can't disagree with that. There was a lot of talk about Kai Havertz where he was going to go before he finally went to Arsenal. So, I mean,
wait. What
how
is
do you
Seidu
feel?
saying? I don't get what Seidu is saying.
They said this season, Arsenal signed Kai Havertz. He was the top
Yeah.
goal scorer for Chelsea. And even that season, Real
He
Madrid
said
and Bayern Munich.
top goal scorer. How many goals did he score? 7 or 9 ahead of Jorginho. But probably 9 goals. That's nothing.
But before Arsenal signed him, there were other clubs interested in him, though. You can't disagree with that. There were other clubs interested
True,
in him.
true. But Arsenal hyped it up, right? The moment Arsenal came, everybody was in like, why is Ateta going for? But everybody came, right?
I still don't guess why
But
Arteta
then
signed Kai Havertz. It's still shocking to me.
I
I
don't
still
get.
not get that, but I guess
So
he
yeah.
had a plan. My team have Arteta smug. He doesn't even know how to play Plan B. City win the league, Liverpool second, Chelsea third, Newcastle fourth, Arsenal fifth. No striker 3 years in a row.
Oh,
Ah,
and that's what we've been saying. We've been saying the same
yeah,
thing.
it's sad, man.
That
Yeah,
that is the first thing Arsenal needs to lock down.
I
Is striker.
yeah.
Lock
After
down your
after
striker.
signing Zubimendi, I feel like
Yeah.
striker should have been the next
Go
thing.
for
Not
your
even
striker.
Mosquera
Yeah.
or Eze or even Madueke.
But do you know something? I just feel like Arsenal not signing a striker means they are
Mhm.
giving him an excuse. Because
Oh,
I feel like
mhm,
I mentioned this on one of the lives, like with this team, with the team Arteta has, he should have
mhm.
won the league.
Yeah, he should have won the league 2 seasons ago.
Yes,
Yeah.
even with Kai Havertz in the team.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm critical of Kai Havertz, but he gave Arteta how many goals? 12 goals.
Yeah.
12.
But
I think
but
it's
the,
12
but
or
the problem with
13
what
goals, right?
happened to Arsenal last season was the amount of games they drew,
Draws,
and that's
draws.
and
Yeah.
that's what everyone is saying. Like
Disciplinary problem.
you guys
Yeah.
need a striker because you drew so many games,
Many
but you
games.
and that ended up affecting their title race. But at the end of the day, it depends on what they do, because if they don't sign a striker going into next season, maybe Ateta is feeling he has other options or people that will score for him. But we'll have
Hmm.
to see. Chelsea older players are going to go going for a tackle when Esavo comes to training in England. They are going to check him. They're going to check him a little
You
bit.
saw Fernandez already started it. Fernandez is so cheeky. That boy is something else.
Yeah, Estavo
You know,
is
he already
playing to prove he shouldn't be loaned out. Yeah. Also, when he signed, his
probably,
demand was
yeah.
not to be sent on loan. But if he says his demand is not to be sent on loan, and there are reports coming out that Chelsea cannot
I
guarantee him
don't
minutes,
I don't think
then
they will loan him out
you don't
if
think
they've
so?
already no. You know why I said that? Because
Mm-hmm.
is it Kendrick Pyers or something
Mm-hmm.
like that? He's one of the like talents from South America we signed.
Yeah.
We also have Kendrick Pyers, who is a winger too,
Yeah.
and he plays as a 10,
Mm-hmm.
right? Chelsea has told him now
Yeah.
that he's not going to get minutes in the team. He has to go on loan. So
Okay.
he was actually disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Like Chelsea are going back on their word and XYZ. But I
Mm-hmm.
think Estavo is different because there were a lot of clubs coming from him,
Mm.
including Real Madrid,
Mm-hmm.
right? Barca, there was huge rush for Estavo.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't think we are going to loan him out. And he's good enough to play. I think so.
Yeah, he's my
Just
fellow
yeah.
countryman, Chaluba. He refused to represent us. Where are you from? Where's Chaluba from? Tell us where you're from. Tell us where you're from.
Said, where is he
For
from?
me, I like Harvard. Ateta should use Sky as the number 10 behind the striker. He used to play as a 10 as Bayern Leverkusen. But wait, if Harvard plays as a 10,
Oh, it's from
oh,
Sierra
sorry,
Leone.
alone. Big up,
Wow,
big up, big up.
Jehovah's son. We call
Um,
him
if
Jehovah's son.
if um if Kai Havertz plays as a 10, where does Odegaard play,
Yeah.
bro? Where does Odegaard play?
Odegaard stays on the bench. It's
You think
simple. I don't know
Kai
why.
Havertz can start over Odegaard?
Kingsley,
When it comes to
I will tell
creativity in that 10,
say,
come on.
Seidu will confirm. Seidu and the other Arsenal fans on the chat, right? Reach 99 Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
There are some games I watch of Arsenal that Odegaard had a stinker. I was like, if Arteta had someone else on the bench that could play as a 10,
Mm-hmm.
Odegaard would have been chalked off maybe 50 minutes.
Yeah,
Like
but if you're signing Eze, will you really start Kai Havertz in that 10 position over Eze?
actually no. If when Eze comes in, I feel like Kai Havertz is out. If you ask me,
Because I don't see Kai Havertz
that's what
fitting into this team.
that's what I think. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that was bad. Was bad. There are so many games that Odegaard has
Yeah, but we
stinkers. So
can't.
many,
Yeah, we
right?
cannot disagree with that. Last season, Odegaard was not in his best form for a couple games, but you have to give Odegaard a chance. A chance coming back into this team, coming back next season for him to get a
Yeah.
chance at least to prove himself again. But looking at the competitions that are coming in, Odegaard is not even guaranteed minutes at this point, because if Eze gets into
No,
that team,
he's not coming out. He's not. Eze is not coming out.
yeah,
Okay. Let's even throw it out there. Eze
yeah,
or Odegaard, who is better? I will pick Eze any day of the week.
yeah, I'll pick Eze too. I'll
Eze
pick
is
Eze.
stronger. He's
I'll
stronger.
pick
He's
Eze.
faster. Anyways, I don't know, but the Arsenal fans
And when it comes to
will say
playmaking, dribbling,
I think Eze is better.
assist,
Finishing is
the things he
better.
was doing at Crystal Palace, then imagine he goes to
I
a
know.
team that have better players.
And you know what? You know what I'll tell you. I feel like
Like,
anytime I watch Eze, I feel like
mhm,
Eze is meant for. Eze is an Arsenal player.
yeah,
He was built for them.
yeah.
Do you get what
I
I'm
can
saying?
just see him in that Arsenal jersey. It doesn't feel
In
weird to
fact,
me.
in
It doesn't
fact,
feel
when
weird.
Eze comes in, I can put it
Mhm.
out there that Odegaard will get less minutes.
He will get less minutes, bro. He would.
He would.
He would.
He
He would.
would.
He would.
AB
Yeah,
saying
are
he
we
said
saying a Savo cannot start 20 games for Chelsea next season? What more do we expect from an 18-year-old? Everybody wants Estavo to be the next Lamine Yamal. Lamine
AB
Yamal has
Lami
set the bar. Don't
Yamal
forget.
played 100 and something games. He's
Lamine
cooking.
Yamal has set the
Okay,
bar
no
for every
outputs.
teenager right now.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
every teenage player wants to, wants the Lamine Yamal type of PR. So of course you'll be looking to play more games, but it's not guaranteed. But Neto is injury prone. So what can work in his favor is
But
if Neto goes on
Neto has
injury.
no. But Kingsley, don't jinx Neto, please. I beg you. Neto has not gone on injury
Looking
since
at
he
the amount
joined us.
of games that players are playing, it is not weird to assume
He
that
will rotate. He will rotate
some
them.
players might
Yeah,
go on injury.
yeah.
So if
But he
Neto
will
goes on
rotate
injury,
them.
then yeah,
No,
Arsenal
but
can
he will
drop
rotate.
Odegaard into 8 and control the game. Eze can't do that. But then where is Declan Rice though? SSB.
You have
If you
Declan
drop
Rice, and you
in
have Zubimendi.
Zubimendi, if you drop
No,
Odegaard into an 8, where do you keep Declan Rice? What of
no, I don't
Zubimendi?
think so.
Zubimendi doesn't get minutes. He used to be a player in Highland. Estavo is a baller. I mean, he's playing one of the poorest backer side. He's playing in one of the poorest backer sides.
No, AB, why this Baka beef? Is AB beefing Baka?
I don't
I think
understand why AB has the
AB
backers,
for
to be honest.
AB's mindset is this boy is an 18-year-old. Don't demand more than you should get. Sit on the bench and learn. That's what AB said. But the game, Kingsley,
Yeah.
remember that Chelsea are a very young squad.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are 19, you are not even,
But
how do I say it?
even if Barcelona had a lot of top players playing for them right now, I
Yeah,
still feel Lamine will get minutes. That boy is unreal.
he's
He's
good.
unreal. He's
He's
really
good.
good. He's really,
He's
really good.
good.
For
He's good.
his age and his skill level and the way
He's
he
good.
plays, the confidence he plays with, come on, he's good. Rice is more a box to box type. Come on, guys. Before this season, expectations of Baka was very different.
True.
Yeah,
True. I
true.
can, yeah, because the mindset I had of Baka was their
Mm.
transition, they might not do
Yeah.
anything. Let's see what Hansi Flick could. But I think
Yeah, nobody expected a
Hansi
treble. Nobody expected a
Hansi
treble for sure.
Hansi Flick has he did a really good job last season.
He went above and beyond with that team.
So I think we should commend him.
I mean, Eze used to be an Arsenal Academy player. We released him.
Oh, no wonder. Da. I didn't even know. You see what I'm saying? I did not know.
Interesting.
I did not know he was an Arsenal Academy player, but I know he plays like an Arsenal player.
Interesting.
Confirm that.
I just felt like he just fits. It just
Yeah,
looks like he fits into
yeah.
the squad well.
That's what I'm
That makes a
saying.
lot of sense now. That makes sense why he would want to go to Arsenal. It makes
Yeah.
sense now why he would want to
To
go
be
to
a
Arsenal.
very, very good
It makes
addition.
sense. It makes
Very good
sense. Wow.
addition.
Sorry, dude, that's a great comment. Great comment from you, bro. Wow, interesting. We're
He's a,
supposed to talk
he's
about
a
the Club
man.
World Cup, but we've been talking about transfers because of the
No,
comment.
no, we're talking about
Okay,
players, Club World Cup. Do you get
but
what I'm saying? It was released when it was
let's hop
13.
back. Let's hop back to the Club World Cup. Let's just give predictions. What are we thinking about?
PSG. No, we didn't talk about PSG Bayern. We have
Okay,
to.
okay. Let's talk about PSG Bayern. Let's talk about PSG Bayern.
Brother, what was company doing? I don't get what he was doing.
In terms of what the players he selected or
The
tactics.
company should be company with the players he has. He should be beating PSG or
I don't think
taking them
should
to
be beating PSG is the right sentence
taking
though.
no. Okay. I take that back. He should be
Mhm.
taking them to extra time. How about that?
Okay, fair,
Yes,
fair,
yes,
fair. Should be taking them to
yes.
extra time.
They lost
But
2-0 with 2 men down.
mhm.
I think that was not a good
The
result.
second goal
That's
that
not
came
good.
after the 9 men, of course, that second goal
Yeah,
was totally unexpected. But you have to think
yeah.
about this Bayern, they were desperately looking for a goal. They committed all their players forward, they were desperately looking for a goal. So the last thing on their mind is that PSG will have what it takes to score them back. They were trying their best to like just get something, get a goal that will tie it, but ultimately that did not happen for them. Company tactics was good in my opinion. PSG got outpressed, which we don't see. I felt like it was a bit fair. It was a bit like
Yeah.
locked in head to head for the most part in that game. And then it started
Anyways,
becoming very like after that goal that PSG
mm,
scored, that Due scored, right?
yeah,
After
yeah,
that goal that Due scored, it became more like Bayern became desperate. They became
yeah.
desperate. They were looking for that goal because it came in like the goal came in second half, right? The goal came in
Came
second half.
second. Yeah.
So they became very desperate. And at the
He
end of the
came
day,
late in second half.
yes. So that last 10 minutes, they became very
Mm.
desperate, and ultimately that's what
But
happened.
to be fair on company, I still feel like in terms of his tactic, he didn't really change much of what Bayern does, right?
Yeah.
PSG today had to they had to defend more.
Mm-hmm.
than they've defended in a long time. Why? And we
Ooh,
saw
yeah. Let's talk about Musiala's
we
injury.
yeah
That
that
was the
that
bad
that
one,
yeah
bro.
that was yeah.
Yeah. That ruined,
I
yeah,
think
that ruined
so.
their
I think
chances.
I think
And
so. Yeah,
also, man, Musiala, I think I might have broken his ankle. So that's
yeah,
going to put him out for like a year. That's like almost a year and some months worth of recovery.
yeah. Was bad. Was
Man,
bad.
sports injuries are horrible. I hope it's going to be the same way with that
And
leg when
did
he
they
comes back.
apologize for it?
I mean, Donnarumma was very torn up about it, when it
He
happened. But
was
then,
crying.
yeah, because that's like
The way
almost like a career-ending injury, to be honest. Because
the way he went in was
his foot
yeah,
stunned all the way.
yeah,
I think the way as he caught the ball, his
yeah.
body snapped that ankle.
Landed.
He landed
Oh
on the
God.
ankle and snapped it, bro. That was horrible. That was really, really horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to talk about. Bayern and Kane playing as a
Mm,
10, I think wasn't good because he lost the ball. He lost the ball is what led to the first goal when
yeah.
Kane lost the ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that affected them. And
Mm-hmm.
there's no other person they could have brought in to play that role that
Yeah.
company trusts, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah.
unless and it doesn't make sense to make Olise talking on that in that 10. You might not, it
No, 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 no.
might lock
No,
his
no, no.
creativity. So
No.
didn't make any sense. Yeah, PSG, they are something else. But
They are
this is
good.
the PSG that we've seen. Like we've been seeing this PSG that play this sort of like silk football, right? Where they're
Mm.
like just playing and moving the ball around and doing
Playing.
things. But this a PSG that we are seeing that they have to scrap for a win. They have to
They worked.
find,
They worked. They worked
Pacho
hard
red
today.
card,
They
another
worked.
player red card.
But
Right?
Anthony Taylor, why does Anthony Taylor make things about? But they were red cards. To be fair,
They were red
they
cards. They
were.
were red cards. They
They
were red
were.
cards. They were red
But
cards.
how do you ref and you give two red cards? That second one, could they have let it go?
Is
Some referees will allow
is
it
red.
go.
Is red.
It's red. It's red
Is red.
actually because
Is
he
red.
did like this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right. So,
But they
and the
had to
thing with
scrap. They had to scrap for that win.
yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
they had to scrap for that win.
He said,
Due is a Ballon d'Or player in the future for sure. I think Due is. Newer needs to
yeah.
retire. This guy is giving me old Buffon vibes. Clumsy, not really the game. Did you see Due saying we should? Wait, did you see Do? Wait, what do you mean by saying we should loan Estavo? Hell no. Who said you should loan Estavo? Like I said, you should loan Estavo.
That's what he said. Rumors,
Oh,
right?
you
I
see the
think he
rumors
said
that. Oh, okay, okay. The rule book is no touching face. Lucas Hernandez
face.
deserves the
Yeah,
red by the rule book. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
That's all
yeah,
right, guys. Nice panel, guys. I appreciate you, Saida. I
yeah.
appreciate you.
Thanks.
If you've not done
Yeah,
so
yeah,
already, you
yeah.
guys, please subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get to 3K subscribers. We appreciate you guys. We go live every day, 6 p.m. CST. So subscribe so you don't miss when we go live. So, anyways, let's wrap up final thoughts. Let's give our final thoughts.
So, um, before we give final thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
who are the people getting through in terms of the semi-finals?
Okay, predictions. So
Yeah.
semifinals, I see Chelsea beating Fluminense, but I see it being a tough game. I see it being a really tough game. But if Chelsea don't beat Fluminense, then Fluminense they've proved to be unreal. But I see Chelsea beating Fluminense. And
Okay.
As for PSG Real Madrid, because they are missing Pacho, I don't know who will come in place for
Yeah.
Pacho. Those two red cards might affect PSG.
You
Going to
think
that.
so?
I think so. This is just an
Mm.
offset, but also Madrid also
Who is saying
obviously got a
got
red
red
card.
card? So it's
I think
even.
it's
I like
I
as
think it's
Madrid too
pretty
got a red
even. I
card
think it's
too.
pretty even. It's pretty even,
Yeah.
but I think
Madrid
it's
is
going to
going
be.
out, I think.
You think Madrid go out?
Madrid is going. They are going out.
I'm for
They are,
Madrid. I'm for Madrid
they
staying in. I just feel like
because you like
PSG.
Madrid. Madrid is your second team,
Okay,
brother.
yeah,
They
I'm
are going
biased. I'm
home.
biased. I'm
They are
biased.
going home. They are
Yeah.
going home.
Oh, you meant Due?
Okay, so he's
Oh.
what AB was saying. Yeah, are you not seeing what Due is doing? Why
Oh,
should
I
we
am
loan
saying
out
why we
Gustavo?
should we loan out Estavo?
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
I agree. See, every team right now,
Omo,
they're looking for that
Estavo
hot,
Palmer.
they're looking for
Estavo
that
Palmer.
new
I'm looking for that
that
Estavo
new
Palmer,
trendy young player
Pedro
that
Neto.
will come.
Yeah.
They're looking for that new trendy young player that will come in, and
Mm,
just be unreal for them. And they'll get the best out of their buck from that player, right? So I
yeah.
definitely think you shouldn't loan Estavo, but the question is, how can you guarantee Estavo minutes?
We will guarantee him
So,
minutes. Kingsley, final thought. Ah, yes, Mbappe. That's what saved him. That's what
yeah,
saved Real Madrid.
you didn't read the full thing.
Mbappe scored.
Mbappe's got today. He will start next game and drop a stinker. I've seen this story in football too many times.
Oh, that's true.
Bro,
No, but
no, no, that
to be fair,
Mbappe
we
goal
need
was really good though. It
what
was
was
really
it,
good.
it was anger. It was born out of anger.
Hendrick might be done. Bro, we've been saying this
You
for the
know, my
longest time
he's
about
done.
Hendrick. Hendrick
He's
is
done.
Gonzalo Garcia is
Yeah,
having the time of his
he's
life right
done.
now.
He's done.
That boy
Hendrick
is
is
on
done.
fire. That boy is in
He's
form.
done.
I think to me, if I'm Xabi Alonso, I will keep on starting Gonzalo Garcia in every game in this Club World Cup. This Club World Cup, leave it for Gonzalo Garcia. 4 goals
And
so
just
far.
keep bringing in Mbappe.
4 goals so far. I think he's doing very well. Best to defend. Best way to
Ah,
defend is to attack, and PSG have that quality.
they
PSG
kill
kills teams with
teams.
their press.
Yeah,
Yeah, that press is good. But bro,
yeah,
with Pacho out of the team, Hernandez out of the
yeah.
team, I think it's gonna affect them a
We'll,
little bit.
we'll see. We'll
But
see.
we'll see, we'll see.
It's a apparently Hendrick's wife and mother were arguing on Brazilian TV. Oh my god, this guy's
Hendrick is
family.
dealing with family issues now.
Ah,
They think Hendrick listening to Chelsea. You guys want
um,
Hendrick?
we don't need him. AB, please. The
You
brother's
want
waist is
Hendrick?
18. Perez, he said Perez is getting rid of Brasilia.
Perez, Perez is like, I don't want any of these Brazilians anymore.
No, not
Rodrigo,
anymore.
Rodrigo, you're
Go.
done.
Bye bye.
Vinicius,
Hendrick,
next summer, Vinicius, you're
season, you
done.
are done.
Hendrick, in fact, you're done.
You are done.
That's it.
But
Get all the Brazilians
I
out.
think we discussed Hendrick a
Mhm.
while ago. We talked about his waist, right?
Yeah, that
Since he married,
he's been gaining some weight. Yeah.
since he married, that waist is gone. We're not seeing performance on the pitch. He's doing other duties, right? So, but anyways, we'll see.
Yeah.
Final thoughts from me.
Mm-hmm.
I think PSG go through.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea, Fluminense, I'm not sure, but I
Yeah.
feel like if I should go with normal, not if my coach behaves well on the day in terms of
Yeah.
his tactics and people, we should be
Mm-hmm.
seeing a PSG Chelsea final.
Yeah.
We should, right? And we'll see what happens, right?
A PSG Chelsea final would be crazy. It would be crazy. But a Real Madrid Chelsea final would be nice too as well. You know,
But
any of you guys that get to the
Kingsley,
final between
we mm,
PSG versus Chelsea final, PSG beat every big EPL team this season to win the Club World Cup. Wow.
yeah,
No,
that's
but PSG, if they win this Club World Cup, we have
they deserve
nothing
it
to say.
to say
They are the
again.
best team in the
Team in the
entire
world
world, winning Europa. In fact, there needs to be a documentary released if they win the
on
Club World
them
Cup. Yes, because how do you
too
win the Champions? You win your league,
for
you
the
win the
first
Champions
time.
League for the
Yeah,
first time, then you win the
and
Club
you
World
now
Cup
win the
again.
first edition of the Club
Nah,
World
it
Cup.
would be
First
unreal.
edition.
It would be
Yeah,
really crazy if they do that. But
yeah,
anyways,
yeah.
final thoughts. Let's see what happens in the Club World Cup. I see Chelsea going all the way to the final. I also see hopefully Real Madrid go all the way to the final. But if PSG goes all the way to the final, I won't be mad about that as well. Anyway, I appreciate you guys for joining the stream. SSB,
A lot
AB,
of guys.
Saidu, lots of guys joined the stream. Lots of guys commented. I appreciate you as always. We go live 6 p.m. CST every single day. So you guys subscribe if you're not done. So you don't
Which
miss when we go live.
99
We're
Dockers
on the way to 3,000 subscribers, you guys. 3K. Let's get there.
3K.
3,000 subscribers. Let's do it together. All right, guys. Peace. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.